All right, Minnie. Ready to start docking sequence?
Okay. Engaging retro thrusters now. Lunar Transfer Station Tacoma. Commercial cargo transit system. Crew evacuated.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ironside Gaming. I'm Drew Bosley. Joining alongside me, as always, of course, the one, the only Nathan Quinn. Nate, today we have Tacoma by Fulbright, so a big shout out to Microsoft. Thank you for sending us this review code. How would you describe Tacoma?
A space exploration...
Walking? I don't want to call it a walking simulator. Right?
Yeah.
It's such a dumbed down explanation of the game. It's
like a kind of a puzzler. It's a puzzler.
It's a walking exploration puzzle type style game, right? If you played Gone Home from Fulbright, this is more or less in the same genre, I guess you could call it. But we're in space. What happened is there has been something gone wrong with the crew out on the space station of Tacoma. And we're out there as Amy, I believe her name is, right? We're out there and we're out to figure out what has happened to the crew. Which sets up some pretty unique UI. The tools of the trade that she's able to use is really cool. This whole augmented reality that's been introduced into the game. Man, that's cool.
Yeah, I really like that idea. You kind of... you know, let's say like you enter this area and it's a fairly big area. Usually the areas are pretty big, and then you replay what happened in this big area. So usually you kind of stick with one group, listen to how what they're talking about, and then you should actually enter like their little AR interface kind of thing. Yeah. And read about all there's just I feel like the lore with this game is just there's so much to it, man. There's so much to learn.
Gather round,
there's a story within the story, right? So as the story unfolds, as Nate said, you go in and you open up these augmented realities that are the characters themselves open up, and then you're allowed to tap in to their augmented reality. Certain parts are locked, but certain parts you can read on, okay, this character is so-and-so, and they'll give you a rundown, and then, oh man, they've emailed so-and-so back and forth, so you're checking out what they're talking about. So it is that there's a lot of reading.
Yeah, there is a lot of reading.
There's a lot of reading. I'm not one for reading in games. I'd rather just listen to it, as we just discussed it the other day.
Yeah.
But for this style of game, there is a lot of reading that allows you to dive deeper into the game. But when you said, as you go into these augmented reality areas, the story plays out, and you watch all these. The characters themselves aren't detailed. There's like a silhouette. Like a 3D model, but it's just a blank character. But they'll have a full conversation you can listen to. But while your conversation is going on here, another part of it is just within ears reach. You can't quite hear what the conversation is. So what you do is you play out that scene, you rewind that scene, then pause it, travel over, walk over to the other conversation, and tap into that conversation. And basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to piece their conversation with this conversation with that conversation and find out what's going on within the space station of Tacoma. And what a brilliant concept that Fulbright come out with. Man, this is so cool. It's so different. The closest thing that reminds me of this is something that you would see from Telltale.
Yeah.
Right? So I kind of get that vibe from it, but
it's not the same by any stretch, right? So
no, it's the conversational part that kind of brings me to their feeling of a game like Telltale. But yeah, Tacoma is definitely its own thing, and the way they've gone about it and designed the game, man, it's cool.
Yeah, one thing I said yesterday too, voice acting is a big thing. It was flawless. It was so good. Very, so well done. The voices that you hear through these augmented people, I guess, simulated people, they really have life to it, and it was really good, man.
There's a meaningful performance behind all the characters that are in it. You don't feel like it's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? You feel like, okay, man, this actually happened, and wow, what's going on with the space station? All of a sudden you're listening to it, and then everything just starts to shake, and holy crap, something's going down here. Very cool.
So one big problem I had with this game, and I hate to say it, but I couldn't play the game when I first started.
That's so weird.
I turned on my Xbox, it pops up the first, like, you know, produced by this company or this, Fulbright, and then another one, and then it said press A to join, and it just wouldn't happen. None of the buttons worked, nothing.
But looking into it, you said that it's actually a common problem?
So that, yeah, that's the thing. At first, I mean, I went through all these useless steps of uninstalling it and reinstalling it, resetting the console, all this crap. And after everything was said and done, I go in the group section on my Xbox, and then it said there's three things. One was saying, come join me tomorrow and I'll explain to you the problem. Then the other one was, oh, there's a problem here. And then it gave a very vague description on maybe how to fix it.
So weird.
What I had to do was I had to make sure I had all my external, like everything plugged into the Xbox, except for the external hard drive, unplugged. And then I had to disconnect my controller on that screen. Because then as soon as I disconnected, I don't know, man, but it worked. As soon as I disconnected, a screen popped up saying, please reconnect. Just turned on my controller again, pressed A, and then bam, bam. But what was weird, man, it didn't even give me an option. I pressed A, and then it launched me into the game. It didn't even bring me to the title screen. It popped for like half a second, and then just launched me into the game.
I never had any problem. I downloaded the game, I started the game. That was it. It's just usual, right? I didn't have any issue whatsoever. The issue I did have is in the space station, you float through the area, and then you're able to pick like lobbies or rooms, more or less, that you travel down, and it's a load screen. As you drop from one level to the next. But man, was it ever laggy. I don't understand. It's a load screen and then just stop.
Like, I'd rather them just be like, okay, go to a separate screen and just have loading.
Well, yeah.
Because it was like, I felt like my Xbox S, brand new S, was like chugging, and I'm like, really, guys?
But yet you get into the actual game and I didn't have a problem whatsoever. Everything ran flawlessly.
Yeah.
But it was just that loading section in between there that I was just lagging out on me. So really not that big of a deal because it wasn't game breaking.
Yeah.
It was just, like I said, that load screen, which was just odd. But the rest of it was cool. Is there anything else you're thinking here, or should we just wrap it up?
I think that's it, man.
Yeah, Tacoma is fantastic. What else do you got to say about it?
I don't know. I'm interested to unravel the mystery that is within the game, because it's really, really enticed me.
The game's really cool. I really liked it a lot.
What are you marking it?
Alright, if I had to score, I'm going to score Tacoma. Tacoma is going to get I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's a solid 8 for me.
I would have given it an 8, but that technical issue that I'm lucky to have stumbled upon gives it a 7.
7 from you?
I'm not going to bring it down too much more, but...
Cool. So that'll wrap up this review of Tacoma from Fulbright. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at ForNextLevelGamers.
Me, DoomGuyParker50.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.
Guys, it might not be that easy.
Additionally, external communications have been lost.
Jesus. So we've got no air supply, no external comms, no way to call for help. Well, anybody got any bright ideas?